Today, I decided to do the horrid task of looking at Kanye delays, well, just unreleased Kanye albums. Since in my Kanye video, I picked this cover that I found online that had like 1 million unreleased Kanye albums, I decided, fuck it, I'ma do the unreleased Kanye albums. Now, this is in the middle of me like recording my unreleased album or EP, so I'ma just let y'all know when I drop that shit. Sorry it's been a minute since I've uploaded. I've been doing shit like recording my unreleased EP. I hope y'all niggas enjoy this video. Let's get to it. Now this isn't gonna be a super in-depth video. If you want one of those, just go to another nigga, because like I'm just playing around, having a little bit of fun. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into it. If you're hoping for my 50 Cent and Eminem video, don't worry, that's coming after this. That's why this video is so short. Let's go. The first real unreleased album Kanye has, like the most popular one and the one that niggas really like talking about, probably Good Ass Job, simply because it's so weird. Like that just didn't really come out. It should have, in every way. It should have came out. A lot of people think his mom's death stopped it and we got 808s and Heartbreak, but no, nigga didn't even really start recording this album until like 2009. 2 years after his mom's death. I mean, I still don't know if this album was supposed to release before or after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I know before his mom's death and shit, it was gonna come out sometime in 2008. Obviously that changed. I guarantee that this album was gonna come out right after graduation if his mom's death didn't happen. Or maybe not. Maybe the nigga just got tired of his old school fucking trilogy, quadruple. I don't even fucking know, nigga. Let's just talk about my standout track. Now, I don't know if this is the actual like official amount of tracks that were gonna be on it. The upload I'm looking at was by here. I'll just do a fucking screenshot. I mean, it's not bad. It could be better. I mean, I get it's unreleased, but it could be better. Standouts to me, personally, I don't really remember that many songs. Christian Dior Denim Flow, Started Up is pretty good. I like the beat to that, and that's technically a actually released song, even though it doesn't sound finished. Yeah, it's a released song. Lloyd Banks decided, bro, fuck you, nigga. If you're not gonna release it, I'm gonna release it. It's cool. Sounds like it came out a whole 4 years before it actually did, but nah. Mama's Boyfriend obviously is a fucking standout. Power to Survive is like, a little goofy version of Power. So like with this song, I genuinely don't know if this album was supposed to come out before or after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'd assume it would have came out sometime in 2011. I don't even fucking know. I'm not really into the whole unreleased Kanye thing, so I don't fucking know. Overall, it's not a bad album. A lot of the album kind of sounds like it's like a mixture of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Yeezus. It's really a good mixture of those. I don't know how to describe it, because like there's like the whole big grandiose vibe, and then there's a smaller brash vibe of that album. Overall though, it's all right album. I mean, I can kind of see why Kanye didn't release this. These songs aren't that good. I give it like a 7 out of 10. All right, here's a little side quest, side note. Winter, Spring, Fall. Winter, Summer, Spring, Fall was apparently an album recorded in between Good Ass Job and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I mean, other than it having like an earlier version of Runaway and Power, it's not known. Like, it's not really that special. I haven't really listened to it. I don't even think it's readily available online, but let's move on to the next one. I pissed off a wide number of niggas with my fucking Yeezus video, or my Kanye video, and how I didn't really like Yeezus, and I stand by my opinion. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm not changing that. And it's the reason why I don't really like Thank God for Drugs. It's like an earlier version of Yeezus. It's okay. Same with Yeezus. It's okay. But this is even less okay, because it's just a midder version of already mid album. I need to stop saying mid. It's okay if you like Yeezus, okay? And it should be okay if I don't like it. Don't fucking try killing me because I don't like it. This album gets a 5 out of 10. It's worse than Yeezus, and I'm glad it didn't get released, but I'm kind of sad that it turned into Yeezus. Another little pit stop in a bullshit ass journey. Yeezus Part 2, or just Yeezus 2. It was gonna be like a little remix of Yeezus, but then, just didn't release, because fucking why? Also, I kind of missed Cruel Winter, which was basically just gonna be Cruel Summer, but I didn't really touch on Cruel Summer in the previous video. It's not really a Kanye album, so I'm not gonna touch it in this. Neither am I gonna touch Yeezus 2. Tired of fucking talking about Yeezus. Let's go to So Help Me God. So Help Me God is an interesting little shit. It's like, I don't know, there are a couple songs on this that definitely would wind up releasing on other Kanye projects, or would just wind up releasing as singles, like All Day, Ultralight Prayer. It's basically just Ultralight Beam. Real Friends and shit. Like, this album is literally just the life of Pablo with a little bit of extra fucking meat added. That's the thing with a lot of these albums. They're like released albums, but slightly unreleased and slightly altered. So yeah, Kanye decided to throw this one in the toilet and release a much better album. Gets a 6 out of 10. I think TurboGrafx 16 gets a little bit too much hype. This album is like Yeezus again, but 808s and Heartbreak and Yeezus had a fucking baby, a horrible unreleased baby. They had a fetus, they had a stillborn fucking horrible mess. I'm sorry to the niggas that like this unreleased Kanye album, but there's a reason Kanye didn't release this album. A very good one. It sounds like, you know, The End by Black Eyed Peas? Yeah, it sounds like that. And that's not a good album, by the way. Other than like the 5 standout songs, that's not really a good album. It sounds like that, but Kanye. And you know, there aren't the 5 songs that are super good. There are basically no good songs on this. Other than like Champions. That's pretty good. By the way, that gets a 4 out of 10. Shit like Yandhi genuinely makes me mad because we got shit like New Body on here, which just is literally the reason we're not getting vultures. Y'all niggas think we're getting 3? Dog, we couldn't even get 1 on time, let alone 3. Honestly, it just really pisses me off that this didn't get released because the albums we got as a trade-off, Jesus is King and Donda, are nowhere near as good as this fucking album. I'm so pissed that we didn't get the album. I don't know. This just makes me mad. I don't even want to give it a good score just because the albums we got as a trade-off are ass, but I have to. This one gets a 7 out of 10. Yeah, none of these are like super good, but still, this one is probably the best out of all of them. I kind of didn't want to put Donda 2 on this list, but I don't know. The last one was kind of underwhelming. I didn't really end it off as if it was the end of the video. So Donda 2, I don't really like this album. I'm kind of mad because didn't they fucking play Diet Coke? I swear, didn't they play Diet Coke at the Kanye fucking tour? The little build up to this album, I watched that shit live and I swore they played Diet Coke. I could just research real quick, but that would end the recording and I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to re-record this. I'm disappointed that Diet Coke wasn't on the album. I don't know, I just thought that was going to be on the album for some reason. Or he probably didn't play it at a live show. You see how little I'm talking about Donda 2 and more about a song that probably was never going to be on this album in the first place because Kanye's not even on it? That's how disappointing Donda 2 is. Why did he release this album? Why is this the last Kanye album that he has released? He didn't even release it, really. It's kind of like unreleased and kind of released. I'm not buying a fucking breast implant to listen to this album. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was underwhelming, but who gives a fuck? Subscribe and like. Watch my other videos. Look out for my EP. I'm out.